Hey y'all, welcome to Conservation Caitlin. If you're new to my channel, you might not realize this, but I've been on a bit of a hiatus for the last couple months, and I do apologize about that. I totally planned to put out more content, but my husband and I moved to a new city, we had to settle into our new house, start a new job, and that's just taken a lot longer than I realized it would. But if you're new to my channel, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad to have you. For today's video, I wanted to talk about ThredUP. If you follow me on Instagram at Conservation Caitlin, you already know that I'm a ThredUP ambassador, and I talk about why I shop with them and a couple different reasons I love the company. But I wanted to take some time in this video to explain why I decided to partner with ThredUP. For those of you that don't know about ThredUP, they're one of the world's largest online resale platforms for women and children's clothing, shoes, and accessories. Now you may be asking, what's the big deal with secondhand shopping? Why should I look into this or consider it? Well, over 100 billion articles of clothing are created each year, and just to make one article of clothing requires 77 gallons of water and can create 17 pounds of CO2 and release that into the atmosphere. Never mind all the toxins, chemicals, and everything else that goes into producing those garments. What's even crazier is that 1 in 2 people, so 50%, every other person, just throws away their clothes into the trash when they're done with them. Maybe that's you. If that is you, I'm so glad you're here and you're watching this video, because I hope that in watching this video, maybe it will encourage you to try something different. In addition to loving ThredUP's overarching theme of shopping secondhand, I wanted to focus on a couple of specifics about their company and their whole process, and how shopping with their site can be really easy and accessible for everybody. So before we do that and jump in, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do that. And here we go. One of the first specifics I wanted to touch on is that ThredUP, as I already mentioned in my intro, is an online company. So they're accessible to just about everyone, everywhere. I recognize that not everybody has those cute little secondhand boutique style shops near them, and sometimes it can be a big hassle to try and shop around all the garage sales and estate sales, or maybe you want to swap clothes with friends, but y'all are different sizes. While there are a lot of different ways to get clothes secondhand, ThredUP makes it really easy in that they are online, and I feel like a lot of people shop online nowadays. I'm one of those exceptions. I really love shopping in person, but being an online store, they're really available to everybody. Now, as I just mentioned, I really struggle with online shopping. I've got a very short torso, very broad shoulders, really long legs, and even when I'm shopping in person in stores, I find it really difficult to find clothes that fit me. But what I love about ThredUP's online shopping process is there are tons of ways to filter your search so that you can find exactly what you're looking for. Because most people might just go to the store and just kind of shop for fun, but I'm usually on a mission. Like, I need a red blouse or I need some black jeans. And so what I can do is I can filter my options in their search. So I usually try to buy clothes either that are new with tags, so people that have never even worn the clothes sold them to ThredUP, or maybe they're gently used, because I like my clothes like new. Now, if you're one of those people who's really great and crafty and can totally remake an item, maybe you don't care if they're more used, but I usually kind of just want clothes that are basically hardly worn, people would never know, and that's what I filter by. I also can filter by my sizes, what color I'm looking for, the fabric, and what's really nice is maybe if nothing comes up with that ThredUP search for the time being, if it's something that you really know you want and you want to find in the near future, you can save that custom search, and then you can get emails notifying you when those items come into ThredUP's inventory, which I really, really like. Like, I was looking for a pair of black shorts. I knew what brand I specifically wanted because I know that that brand fits me, and I knew what size I needed because my last pair was too small. So I saved that search, and then I could just receive those emails and see when those items came in, and I ended up finding the shorts I needed. So that's a really great tool. Not only that, after you've done your custom search, when you click on a specific item, like if you're wanting to find out more about it or you want to zoom in on the pictures, it tells you the exact measurements and they tell you how they measure, so you can kind of get out a measuring tape if you're like me and be like, oh, is this going to be long enough or wide enough? It also tells you the specific fabric like ratios, like what it says on the tags. It tells you which of their warehouses it's located in. So if you're wanting to know how quickly it might arrive to you, or if you're going to be purchasing items from several of their warehouses, knowing it might take time for them to come together before you get them. So you can just be really conscious about what you're buying. That way you don't buy the wrong item. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to select an item because I think it's my right size, and then I've measured and I've been like, oh my gosh, that's way too short or way too long, and I've backed out of that item. Now, while I don't particularly care what kind of brands I buy, if you're someone that's really looking for those really nice designer brands, ThredUP has them. They've got this great partnership with a company called the Runway. If you've never heard of them, they're a great company too. Check them out. What they do is they have partnered with the Runway, and all the items that the Runway can no longer rent out to people, they're selling on ThredUP. So if really big designer brand names are important to you, you can buy from that collection of previously gently used rented items. Now, if custom filtering searches and really looking for specific items is not for you, if you're one of those people that just kind of lets someone else decide what you want to wear, that's cool too. They have this really cool feature called Thrift the Look, where you can go onto their website, click on one of their categories like fall or special occasion or casual styles, and they'll show some pictures of some really cute outfits. And if you're like, oh, I really like that scarf, or I want that belt or that hat or that sweater, you can click on that and it will show you items that they have in their inventory similar to that item. So it can kind of custom pick outfits for you just out of things that you like. Now, as much as I try to be a conscious shopper and pick the clothes that I'm really wanting and the sizes I need that I think are gonna fit me, sometimes I get stuff to me and they still just don't fit, or I just don't like them as much as I thought I would, and so I want to return them. The good news is ThredUP does allow for returns. You just have to pay a $1.99 restocking fee for each item that you choose to return. And the reason they do this is because they are actually restocking those items to be put back into their inventory for someone else to buy. Now, you're like, but all these other companies do free returns. Yeah, that's because usually those items either get thrown into the garbage, or they get, sliced into and then thrown into the garbage so no one can even rewear them. The return cycle for a lot of companies is not an environmentally conscious one. So I like knowing that by paying this fee, ThredUP is actually going through the work to put these items back into their stock. Worst case scenario, if you don't want to pay the $2 restocking fee or you miss the deadline to send items back, you can always give that item to one of your friends or family members, or you can try and resell it on your own. You can donate it to another store where you know that hopefully they'll want the item as well. It should be in pretty good condition, so hopefully that store will take it. So don't feel like you're at a total loss. Another thing I really love about ThredUP is their buy and bundle option. I don't know about you, but I always get really frustrated with online shopping when I've got all my perfect items into my cart and then I'm hit with this astronomical shipping fee. Now, I don't think ThredUp's shipping fees are crazy or anything, but it's really nice to know that I can put an item into my cart, and then as long as I'm not eating it immediately, I can wait 7 days and do their buy and bundle option, continue to look at different items that are coming in for the next week, and then I can try and make my cart amount larger so that I can meet their shipping minimums, and then I can get free shipping. This also really helps cut down on your environmental footprint so that you're not pulling a shirt from here and a jeans from this warehouse and a top from there. What they do is they combine all your orders into one, and then it ships at the same time, which is a really, really nice way to go. Should you choose to order through ThredUP, and I hope you do, here are a couple of the packaging options that you might receive. For just a couple of clothes, you'll probably get a plastic bag like this, and before you panic, you can recycle this plastic bag with other plastic bags that you might receive from grocery stores at your local grocery store. They also include the little sticky label, so if you need to return items for any reason, you can just reuse the bag to send the clothes back to ThredUP. The other option they have are cardboard boxes, so that's really great and sustainable. You can always find a use for a cardboard box. I have 2 cats, so I can definitely put them to use. Super cute interior. And then all they had in my order was just a little bit of really cute polka dot tissue paper, which I fully plan to reuse for some other purpose. Like most great sustainable companies, ThredUP is not just a one-direction system. They have a full circular process. So let's say that you have clothes that you no longer wear or use, or they just don't fit. You can sell them back to ThredUP and help them keep their cycle going. They have what's called a cleanup kit program, and you can go online, fill out the application really quickly, and they can either send you a bag or box, or you can just use something that you already have at home, maybe from an order of ThredUP clothes, and they will just send you the label and then you can sell it to them. And then what you do is if they choose to take your items, they will list them, and it's just like a consignment store. When they sell, they will give you a portion of the money that they make. Or if for any reason they're not in good enough shape or ThredUP doesn't have a use for them, they can donate them to charity for you. If for some reason you want them back, you can pay a small fee and they'll ship them back to you. But I really love that ThredUP not only encourages you to visit their website and buy from them and use the secondhand system that they already have established, they also encourage you to send stuff to them to keep the system going. As a thank you for making it this far into watching my video, here is my $10 off code for you to use online at ThredUP. Again, if you haven't liked this video or subscribed to my channel, please do that. And remember, even though you can't save the world, you can make a difference. I'll see you guys in my next video.